What's up, beautiful people? B. Hawkins here with random shit about women. And today I want to bring you what is a very sensitive topic, and it's something that's really not discussed a lot. And this is going to carry on through our series on menopause. My hope with this series is that it helps women, but it also helps your spouses or your significant others as well kind of understand what you could be going through, and maybe they'll detect it before you do. But let's jump right on into the meat of our topic today. To start with, menopause is something that for years, women, we were kind of taught not to talk about it. And this goes way back. Like, I'm 48. This goes way back beyond my generation and the generation before me and so on and so forth. It was just something that women didn't talk about. You had the symptoms, you dealt with the symptoms, you went to bed, you just didn't discuss it. It was like the big white elephant in the room that nobody wanted to talk about. The sad truth about menopause is it goes a lot deeper than hot flashes and cognition and pain in the joints and weight gain, and all of those things are important. But what I really want you to hear is that there's a suicide rate associated with women in menopause, and it's real. We talk about mental health, which is another topic we didn't talk about for years, and now all of a sudden people are really talking about it and trying to navigate through that. Menopause is a similar situation, and sadly enough, you've got women in my age bracket, and I'm talking women that are ages 45 to 54 that are committing suicide. And someone watching this video is thinking, oh my God, menopause cannot be that bad. It can. So what I want you to think about for a minute is I want you to think about that woman that, let's go into mid 20s to early 30s, where you're one person. You've got your cognition is great. Maybe you've never really gained weight. You felt sexy. You've just always felt like yourself. And then one day you wake up and all of that has changed. You cannot remember anything. You have body pains in places that you didn't know could hurt, and primarily the joints. Not just because you're aging, but because these are associated with menopause, and these are things that you've never had to experience before. And I mean all the way down to your breast just hurting to the point of tears. You don't feel sexy anymore. You do not know who you are anymore. And you're trying to wrap your head around it, but you're also reacting to people around you, and maybe you've never been a reactor. And so that affects all of the relationships that are connected to you, primarily your spouse or your significant other, your children, if you still have children in the home. So it really attacks the people that surround you. And if you don't have a support system, it's even worse, because you're thinking, how in the hell am I supposed to have any quality of life moving forward? I'm sweating all the time. I don't feel pretty. I'm gaining weight in places that I just can't get rid of it. My cognition is gone. And you feel like you're falling apart, and no one understands you. And I say that because I felt that way. And I thought it was just me. And I did call on a friend, and we sat down and we talked. And I was fortunate to have women in my age bracket that understood. So we're going to dry this up. Some women don't have that, and some women are not comfortable talking about it. And I met a woman just a few weeks ago at an event, and just out of nowhere, we started talking about menopause. And she was one of those sad truths. She said, I've told my wife, I don't know how much longer I can go on like this. And it hurt my heart, because I knew I knew what situation she was in. I knew how she was feeling. But that was just a short connection with her. I don't know what happened when she left me. I don't know if what I said made an impact at all, because it was a very short interaction. And so for the women that are going through this, and maybe you're just now going through it, maybe you've been going through it for a while, maybe you've had a divorce because of it, maybe you're having marital problems or relationship issues because of it, and you just didn't know what the hell was going on. There's hope and there's help. And I don't mean just going to a doctor and getting synthetic hormones. I don't do synthetic hormones, primarily because they're linked to cancer, and I don't like putting synthetic things into my body. That's just the way it is. So I tend to choose a more natural path, which doesn't work for everyone, but it works for me. And we're going to talk about those supplements. I actually have them with me today. There's also a number, ladies, that you can call for help. And that number is 988. 988. And that number is for you. It is 24 hours a day. It's Monday through Friday. They have languages available in English and in Spanish. So if you don't feel like you can talk to anyone that's around you, or you don't have anyone, I encourage you to pick up the phone, just so that you can have an outlet before you do something that can't be changed. And so I want to go through, I've talked about my supplements before, but I actually brought them with me. And I apologize, I don't have the box to this one, but this is my Estroven. It's I take the little yellow pill, and this is the multi-symptom. This helps with everything. It helps with cognition. It helps with hot flashes. It helps with pain. It literally helps with everything, okay? And I get this, you can either get it at Walmart or you can get it on Amazon. The 30-day supply is going to run you right around $20, and the 90-day is going to run you around $30. So you actually get 2 more months for $10 more. Estroven, Estroven. That's the first one. I take this every day. The second one is a prenatal vitamin, and you're thinking, prenatal, you're 48 and you're going through menopause. Yes, I know. I like this one. This is the Rainbow Light. I got it on Amazon. And the reason I take a multivitamin, and I'm not going to read all of these to you, but you can see all of the nutrients on the back. So as we age and as we go through menopause, we begin to deplete essential micronutrients that maybe we're not getting through our food. And so this has everything, all the way down to folic acid, of course. You don't have to take a prenatal. They have some great multivitamins on the market. This is just what I choose. And it works for me. And it's cost effective. And for me, that matters. So I think for this bottle, which was this is 45 tablets. So it's basically a month and almost a half. It is a month and a half. I think I paid right around $15 for these. And then the next one, this is L-phenylalanine and D-phenylalanine. And you're going, what the hell are those? And those are really big words. So let me answer that question for you. The L-phenylalanine is actually a natural essential amino acid that our bodies produce. The problem is, or it doesn't produce, that actual essential amino acid is taken in through food. If you're not eating the right balance of food, you're going to be deficient in that. And you're like, well, what does it do? It helps with energy, ironically enough. And so your L-phenylalanine comes from foods like chicken, beef, pork, which I don't eat any meat. So mine comes through nuts, soybeans, regular beans, and I get plenty of that because I incorporate all of that into my diet. I'm vegan, in case you didn't know that. And yes, I get all of my nutrients from my diet. But when I started going through menopause, my energy levels dipped. And I've just started this supplement within the last couple of weeks because I gave up caffeine, and we'll talk about that in a minute if you haven't watched the other video on menopause and caffeine. And then we're going to talk about the D-phenylalanine that's in here. And no, that is not a natural one. But what does it do? It decreases pain. And so what happens is it blocks the enzymes that break down your body's natural painkillers so that you can actually utilize them, which helps with the joint pain. You do not have to take the combination. I do. And I got this one. This is Source Naturals. I got it on Amazon, and I paid right around $12 for it. As you'll notice, all of these are right at the $20 mark and under. This is the one, I just started this. This is DIM, D-I-M. It's 200 milligrams. It's an estrogen metabolism support for hormone imbalances. The crazy thing is my 25-year-old daughter turned me on to this one. She was having some breakouts on her face, and she was looking for something that she could take. And this cleared her up within about 24 hours. So if you're looking for something for your skin due to a hormone imbalance, this will help with that too. I take it as I was like, well, I can try it. I'm not losing anything. Again, it's about 12 bucks on Amazon. And I thought, well, I'm already taking the estrogen, which is natural, and the DIM is natural. And so between the two, I feel pretty good, along with the L-phenylalanine. Let's revert back and talk about the caffeine, just in case you haven't watched the other video. But after about 32, 33 years, I gave up caffeine, and it was not easy. I gave it up, though, because my hot flashes had gotten so bad that I couldn't take it anymore. And I thought, well, I've read about it, I've heard about it, let's just ditch it and see what happens. Long story short, my energy levels are probably better than they've ever been. So those are the supplements I take, and I will put them down in the description for you so that you can check them out. It may be something you want to venture into, it may not. But to go back to the primary topic, which is menopause and suicide, my hope is to give you enough resources to where you can actually begin to feel like yourself again. And, you know, women, if you just need someone to talk to and don't have anyone, call 988, drop a comment. Let's get you connected with someone who can help you. And if you've been struggling with this and you don't know how to tell your significant other, show this video to your spouse. Because no one knows what you're going through except you and other women who are going through it. If a woman has never gone through it, they're not going to be any help to you. Now, they're going to be someone you can vent to. Just don't expect them to be able to give you anything other than an ear. And sometimes that's all you need. That's all I've got for you all today. I am working on our next topic. It took me a little bit to get this one out here, and I apologize for that, because for this is important. It's important to me to be able to give it to you, because what we don't want is that suicide rate to increase due to menopause. Love you, ladies. Have a great day. Get to feeling better and try some of these supplements. Also, before I leave you, I do follow a vegan diet, so I do not take any meat or dairy in. I do a lot of plants, which also helps with menopause. And I follow a strict exercise regimen. Yes, strict. I'm in the gym 5 to 6 days a week, and I'm a pet caregiver, so I walk anywhere from 5 to 20 miles a day. A little excessive, I know. But bottom line is, get your supplements, get you a workout regimen, even a light one, even if it's walking, get those good endorphins going, and change your diet, ladies. Put the sodas down, get rid of the meat products if you can. Red meat's a type 1 carcinogen anyway. We'll talk about that later on. But get yourself feeling better. All right, ladies, I'm out. Talk to you soon.